Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Military Mayday, or I'm sorry, to Mayday Media, where we're pointing out a few pieces of the on the chessboard. I've changed the name. It's now Mayday Media. I've done it so I can cover different topics, stories. Um, but I will be getting confused once in a while, just like I did. I've got a few articles here we want to read into. We'll talk about. One of them is Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl Parade 2024. One dead, at least 21 injured after shots fired near Union Station. This Mackenzie Webb has contacted the KCPD. This guy here, Estelle, I might be planning a terrorist attack on the Kansas City Chiefs Parade. Uh, yeah, so that's probably something to look into. None of these other posts seem to come up. Kansas City Chiefs fans tackle parade shooter and hold him down until cops arrive in dramatic video. I'm not sure if that's one of the shooters. Not really sure. It could be, but I haven't watched that video. I've watched some others. And then last but not least, we're going to hit that the GOP warning of national security threat about Russia wanting nuclear weapons in space. Now, there's people out there that don't believe that we have satellites orbiting. If you're one of those people, okay. If you're one that does believe, Russia's probably already got nuclear platforms sitting in space. I mean, this would not be a tough one to achieve, considering they can do stuff with, the telecommunications would be, in my opinion, way harder to keep operating in space. But so yeah, I'm sure they've already got it, but we'll go over that article. If any of this interests you, just hit the like and subscribe button. Help me out, get other people to listen to some of this. Okay, as the rally came to a close, police reported that shots had been fired near Union Station and asked fans to leave. One person has died after at least 22 victims were shot. The tragic attack, Kansas City Police Department confirmed on Wednesday. 3 people have been detained in the investigation regarding today's shooting. It comes after the Super Bowl. The rest of the Chiefs addressed the crowd downtown with a 2 miles parade. Andy Reid's side beat San Francisco's 25-22. Okay, well, that's the Children's Mercy Hospital said they're treating 11 children. Wow, at the hospital, including 9 gunshot victims. The hospital reported that the age of the range was 6 to 15 years old. I mean, let me tell you something. If most of your victims are that's what you're aiming at, most likely. You must have found a bunch of little kids somewhere and just started fucking blasting on them. And anyway, okay, police respond to the notice. Twitter user claimed they might be planning a terrorist attack before the shooting occurred. Firearms have been recovered. Okay, now here's this guy saying that he's planning an attack. I've got another picture of someone arrested. Let's see here. Where's that? Here's the picture of that old boy. Yeah, so here's this guy. He's cuffed, but I don't know. It says here, police detained 3 gunmen at the scene. As the parade detained, it is not clear if this man pictured was involved. So 10 to 15 injured. Yeah, and they're all kids too. Here, we'll watch this video. This one's up here. Or maybe this is the video I've watched. No, that ain't it. No, I don't really watch that. Where's that video at? Maybe this is it. No, I don't know what happened to that fucking video. Anyway, there's a video that showed the crowd tackling the gunman. And right here is the picture of it, but there's a video of it. Now the thing is that I couldn't tell the species of the person that was being tackled and who they were after. But if it's three guys, that don't really fit the Caucasian white lone gunman narrative. But we'll have to wait and see. If it is somebody like this Estelle guy here, you guarantee you won't hear much about it. It'll be quickly swept under the rug. If they're Caucasian in nature, and it'll be all about taking your guns. So that's kind of the way I've noticed these things go. GOP warning of national security threat is about Russia wanting nuclear weapons in space. The White House National Security Advisor is leading lawmakers on Capitol Hill sought to allay public concerns on Wednesday after the House Intelligence Committee chairman warned of a national security threat related to destabilizing foreign military capability. So serious that President Joe Biden should be declassify all information about it. This would not be to drop a nuclear weapon onto Earth, but rather to possibly use against satellites. Still, it's very concerning and very sensitive, said one source, calling it a big deal. I don't think I'd be using a nuclear weapon just to take out one satellite. I'm sure there's a lot simpler ways to do it, a lot cheaper, a lot more effective. I would be more worried about them dropping a nuke on Earth, which is what he said is not to be worried about. I am confused. I'm requesting that Biden declassify all information relating to this threat so that Congress, the administration, and our allies can openly discuss the actions necessary to respond to this threat. Well, I'm pretty sure we had Star Wars, that was one of those things, and it could also take out targets from space. I'm sure we have better stuff than that now. A letter sent to members of Congress from Turner and Himes indicated that the threat is linked to a destabilizing foreign military capability that should be known by all congressional policymakers. Well, National Security Jake Sullivan speaks during a press conference. Well, Jake Sullivan, we all pretty much know they've got nukes up there. You know, I think if anything, I think these governments just need to stand down and take a vacation for about a month and just get out of the way of the people, and maybe even, maybe the people need to just take it back over and just get rid of all these guys. Personally, I don't know, but I can tell you this is disturbing, shooting up these little kids, especially at this parade because their favorite, gay ball team won. I haven't watched sports since the late 90s. There's a video out there called Edward Bernays Put Blacks in Sports. Basically in 75 they dropped down to second string whites in football. In 95 they went to third string whites. I found this video some years back, and I quit watching football in the late 90s, and a lot of it was because white men looked like shit out there. And then I find out that video. But it's one I would suggest trying to find and watch. I'm not going to search for it or try to put a link to it or anything. I could give a shit less anymore. My goals are getting out of this country by 2030. If you all listen were smart, you'd have the same goals. Make no mistake. Alright guys, like, subscribe, toodaloo.